Hey guys, it's Leanne. Welcome to my YouTube channel if you are new here. If you're not new, then welcome back. So today's look, I've just filmed just a look all about the skin. So this is just my everyday makeup routine. So the main point in the tutorial was I actually tried the Juno Co microfiber rose velvet sponge. And let's just say it was eventful. This, how it turned out, is like quite a miracle, but you can watch and see anyway. So yeah, if you want to know how to achieve this look using just this sponge, I literally used no brushes. I didn't use fingers or hands apart from to apply primer, as I always do. But yeah, everything was done with this. So let me know what you think of the result and enjoy. So today I'm going to be trying out the Juno microfiber rose velvet sponge from Juno Co. So this is like the little packaging it comes in. Juno as well is cruelty free and this sponge is latex free. It's got like a nice little, it just feels so smooth and so nice. So yeah, it's microfiber, but obviously I'm just trying to say it feels like velvet. So it's got like a flat edge here. This is round. It's got a point, which is good for under the eyes. And then this will be good for like baking underneath the contour. I've dampened the sponge and obviously like wrung out any excess water. So it's gone like double the size. But I did see Nikki tutorials using this and she was like quite blown away by it. So I was intrigued and wanted to try it. So here goes. So the first product I'm going to be going in with today is the e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer. I don't really apply primers with beauty blenders, so I'm just going to do my makeup the way I normally would. The only different thing is obviously going to be the little velvet sponge. This primer as well, the e.l.f. primer, feels very, very silicone-y and slippy. I've got normal / combination skin, but people with oily skin would probably be better to stay away from this primer. But e.l.f. does have other primers anyway. So yeah, just side note. The next product I'm going to be going in with is the foundation now. I'll be using the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate foundation. This is in the shade 8.5 and it's a medium to full coverage. I'm just going to be taking about 3 pumps and putting it onto my little palette. On the Juno Co sponge, it comes with a little user guide. It says use the sponge wet or dry to apply makeup products. It says you can do contour, blush, highlighters, loose powders, powder foundations, liquid foundations and concealers. So you can literally do a full face with this sponge. It says avoid product overload. So do not apply the foundation directly onto the Juno sponge as it will transfer too thick. It's better to apply your foundation onto another surface than use light dabbing motions to transfer onto your skin. That's why I've put this on here. To apply the foundation, I'm going to be using the rounded side. To do the concealer, I'm going to try and stick to this side. And to do powders, I'm going to try and stick to the flat side. And I know that that does look very light, but it is my natural skin tone. Look how amazing that foundation is. I did have a few spots here where I've actually picked spots. So there's a few red marks here, but they've totally gone with just one application of foundation. I'm just going in with the second layer of foundation now. And this sponge actually feels quite heavy in comparison to like the beauty blender. But so far, I do think it's definitely given me a very full coverage. Even though the foundation is obviously full coverage, I do think the sponge is actually helping. Oh, look, I've missed out fire. So this foundation as well is so good for covering pores. My pores, although I can see them, they're not being magnetised by this foundation. So now I'm going to be going in with concealer now. And I'm going to be using the Revolution Conceal and Define in Finite Concealer. This is in the shade C5. And I actually like to let this concealer just sit on the skin. Oh, that literally just looks like the foundation. So let's just see how this pans out. So yeah, I'm going to be taking this flat side of the sponge to blend away the concealer. So it's quite good at actually getting in to the small spaces. Oh god, I can't help but feeling like a clown. Is it because the eyes are so bronzy and warm toned that this foundation just looked completely white, or what? Because this is actually my shade, but I feel like Scream. I feel like a white chick. Oh. So now that we've done the concealer, I'm going to be taking the Beauty Bakery Flower Better Not Bitter powder in the shade Oat, which is translucent, and I'm just going to be taking this side that I've done the concealer with to set under the eye. I'm just going to be taking that around the nose area as well, because that is somewhere where makeup does tend to crease on me. I am praying that this turns out okay once I put bronzer on, because Lord. Now to bronze, I'm going to be taking the NYX Cosmetics matte bronzer. One shade is deep tan, a more warm toned one, and the other shade is dark tan, a more cool toned. So I'm going to be taking both of these shades to contour. I watched a video by Real Techniques, and they have a version of this sponge called the Miracle Powder Sponge, and she just placed the sponge directly in to like powder, which is so scary. But apparently the velvet, like microfiber layer, stops powder from getting any wetness from the blender. So we'll see. But so far so good. I've just put a damp sponge in and there's no marks in my actual powder, so. Okay, definitely picks up a lot of product. So I might just have to take the other side to blend this in. Oh, that works so nice. So I'm just pressing that bronzer into the skin. This side is definitely not blending away half as easy as that side, but it's still not looking bad. So now I'm just gonna make sure that this powder is removed. So I'm just pressing that bake into the under eye. Okay, so I actually do need to apply more bronzer. So I'm gonna go into the other bronzer now. Okay, so if you just pat very gently, that works quite well. I just want to actually see if you can do everything with this blender. Time for blush. Now for blush, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Colour Icon in the shade Mellow Wine. So it's just like a matte coral type of colour. So that blush has got a lot of fallback, a lot. When I just pressed in then, quite a bit comes off. You know what though, this side is actually so good for like blending. This side has saved the day today. I'm going to actually go back into the contour and just dip in again, and I'm just going to place a little bit of contour just up onto the forehead. I'm going to do a little bit under the jawline as well, so I'm just stamping that. Just a little bit of lip contour, so by pressing a little bit of bronzer just underneath your bottom lip will make it seem like there's a shadow there and will make your lip appear bigger. So now I actually am going to go back in with powder just to carve out underneath the contour. Now, can we just have a bit of credit because how crazy did I look before? Oh my goodness, I was thinking I'm just going to have to delete the tutorial, I'm just going to have to try again on another day. But actually, you know what? Like, it's all worked out fine. But yeah, I don't know, I went from looking like Scream, a white chick, to looking half normal. So, like I said, I'm going to be taking this edge now, the flat edge, and I'm just going to be baking underneath the contour. Which will just make everything look a lot more defined. The only things left to do is highlight, which I'm seriously worried about what I'm even going to do, and lips. For highlight, I'm going to be using one of my favourite highlighters, which is the Laura Geller New York Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in the shade Diamond Dust. Now, this is actually a lovely pink toned colour. So I'm going to be trying this with this blender. I mean, I don't think there's one bit more space that I haven't used on this sponge, but we'll try. We'll try. So I'm just pressing this into the sponge. So I'm just squeezing the sponge together and I'm just lightly pressing that in. Just going to press some just above the cheekbones. So that's definitely not giving the best highlight, but it's actually looking like a bit more of a natural highlight, like a glow from within. Normally if I apply with a brush it goes on so blinding, which I love, but just actually pressing this highlight here into the skin with this sponge is actually, it just looks more like a healthy glow. So I actually do like that. Let me just dab over this. So, you know, we just baked underneath the contour, that sharp line. So I'm just going to be taking off any excess by just pressing over the skin. So I think for this look, I'm actually going to be trying something new today. I'm going to be trying the Maybelline Matte Ink Superstay in the shade Poet. So I've never tried this before, and I'm going to be matching that with a colour that I just think will match it. Not sure if it will. So this is the Laura Geller Pout Perfection Waterproof Lip Liner in the shade Tulip. So I never normally go for pinks, but that is actually looks quite nice, like a nice rosy peachy pink. So that was a pleasant surprise, as I don't think I've actually used this lip liner before. But I'm going to say the texture of this lip liner, I'm not actually sure how expensive or cheap or whatever it was, but because a friend got me it, but it's actually quite similar to MAC, I'd say. So bonus. I'm just going to draw some line of contour on the lips. I've got such high hopes for this. So it smells really nice. So that's one positive. I love the wand as well. It literally looks like a little pair of lips. That is actually such a nice colour. And it's a lot more nude than I expected. I thought it was going to be sort of more pink / orange, but that is actually quite nude. Maybe a little bit like Mannequin from Jeffree Star's Velour Liquid Lip. So I always do 2 coats. So I'm just going to let that dry down a little bit, and then I'm just going to go back in with another coat. So yeah, I'm just going over. Second layer. I love trying new makeup. I don't know if that's just like me, but I absolutely love it, especially when you find like such good products. So this is the finished and completed look. Considering how crazy I looked before, I am so happy with how everything's turned out in this look. This is like unbelievable compared to how I looked like 10-15 minutes ago. So yeah, have faith, guys. Like, that just proves the point, doesn't it? So I would definitely invest in this beauty sponge. It was only something like £5.60 or £5.90. So it was under £6 on Beauty Bay. Clearly, as you've seen, you can do a full face with it. Yes, to Juno Co, but yeah, definitely worth it. But I wouldn't be doing a full face again. Like, I definitely would not be doing a full face again with this. I'd just be using it for like concealer, foundation, definitely under eye baking, contour baking, but all the other stuff like blush, contour, highlight, definitely I would apply with a brush. Also, this lipstick is actually amazing. It's not as matte as Jeffree Star unless it just takes a lot longer to dry. It could still actually be drying now, but so far I love the colour. But yeah, it still feels a little bit tacky. It's been on my lips now for about like 2 or 3 minutes, so maybe it's still drying down, like I said. The only thing I don't like about this is that Maybelline do test on animals. So guys, thank you so much for watching how eventful things got. I hope that everyone learned something new today, and any questions, comments or queries, just leave me a comment down below. But I'll also leave my Instagram so you can follow me there and drop me a comment there if you like. Just a little reminder, I am doing a massive giveaway soon, so the details will be getting posted on Instagram first, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thanks.